It makes your wife to fall in love with you over and over again. It makes your wife that when she sees you, her heart is beating. Up, hit him, hit him, hit him. Boom, boom. If you want to know how to make your wife to love you more as a husband, you're in the right place. Sit back, relax. Let's go right into it. The number one way to make your wife to love you more is to be her best friend. So now let me ask you, dear husband, are you your wife's best friend? Are you and your wife best friends? Are you besties? That is the number one way to make your wife to love you. Do not lord yourself over your wife. Many husbands have made their wife to be afraid of them because they are not their wife's best friend. Relate with your wife on a best friend level. Stop relating with your wife on a wife level. She's your wife, quite all right, but you have to relate with your wife on a best friend level. How do you relate with your best friends? How do you relate with your best friends? When your best friend offends you, you easily forgive them. Your best friends can do very annoying stuff to you, but because we are paddies, because we are besties, you overlook it. That is what you're supposed to be doing for your wife. Be her best friend. Share your secrets with her. Sit down with her. Play with her. Don't think, I'm too big for this. I'm a husband. I've passed this level. Let me tell you, marriage is like a school that before you start schooling, before you're admitted into the school of marriage, you're given a certificate. You graduate. That is why on the wedding day, you sign your certificate, you go to court, you sign a certificate, they graduate you because it's a school you keep learning. So don't think that, okay, when we were dating, we were best friends, now we're married, we are going to be husband and wife. Yes, you're husband and wife, like I said, but relate with your wife on a best friend level. And I'm telling you, your wife is not going to joke with you. Any marriage where the husband and wife relate as friends is very sweet. But when you start lording yourself over her, making yourself to look so frigid or too stiff, it makes your wife to withdraw from you. So it's high time as a hobby to start relating to your wife on a best friend level. Another way to make your wife love you more is to be protective. If possible, be overprotective. You have to protect your wife from everybody around you. When you're protective to your wife, she's going to love you more. Protect her from negative people, negative comments, people that throw in shade at her. Some people have friends. Some of you husbands, you have friends that throw in shade at your wife in your presence, even in the presence of your wife. You should be able to protect her. You should be able to defend her immediately. You should be able to be defensive for your wife. You should be able to do what? Protect your wife. Let me tell you, there are people that have bad tongue. They talk anyhow. They may be in your family. They may be among your friends. They may be your colleagues. They may pass a bad remark about your wife. It's your duty, dear hubby, to protect your wife, to be overprotective, because your wife is your number one right now in the marriage. You left every other woman. You dated many women, yes, but you left all of them aside and decided to pick this queen. You picked one queen, you crowned her, you put a ring on her finger. It's your duty to protect her from people that have a bad tongue, people that have a negative attitude, people that have a negative spirit, people that don't like her. You know, when you marry a wife, even in your own family, there are people that will not like your wife. But it's your duty as a husband to protect her from harm, to protect her from negative people, to protect her from things that will hurt her feelings. So, there are people that never supported your marriage. You have to protect your wife from such people. I hope I'm clear. I'm not telling you to stalk your wife, go on her phone and go through her stuff. No. There is nothing wrong with going through your partner's phone as a wife or as a husband. But I'm not taking it to that side. so that you will not be confused, okay? I'm talking about you protecting her from negativity, protecting her from people that you know very well don't like your wife. You have to keep them off. You have to give them this, you have to tell them, like, if you like this video, if you watch this far, please subscribe to my channel, because we have amazing content here on this amazing channel. Subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay notified every time I upload a new video, okay? Do that right now. The number 3 way to make your wife to love you better, dear hubby, is to look after yourself physically. Is to look after yourself physically. The way your wife saw you before she said, yes, I do, is the way she wants you to remain after marriage. So after you get her to say, I do, you even have a greater job to do. Right now is the time for you to dress better, look smart, smell, you know, buy better cologne, you know, continue what you started. Smell good in the house. I know you're not supposed to wear a suit when you're in the house, okay? But you're supposed to look charming for her every time. Look good, smell good, let your breath smell good. You know, make your wife happy. And when you smell and look good, when you present yourself well, let me tell you, your wife will be dying for you. Dear husband, one tip or one way that will make your wife to love you more, that will make your wife's love to shoot up from 100% to 150, 200, is when you're physically well kept. If you've been leaving yourself unkept these days, please go back to the timetable and do something. Rearrange yourself, repackage yourself, and your wife is going to be giving you 150% attention. She's going to be the one that will be telling you, come now, come, I have something to tell you, I'm in the room, come. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Be physically attractive, keep yourself clean, present yourself well to your wife, and she'll be the one looking for you every minute, every second. And after hearing this one, have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Have you? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for me to stay notified every time I upload this kind of content, so that you will be the first to come and give me a beautiful comment in the comment section down below, okay? Another way to make your wife to love you more is to talk things through with your wife. Don't just take decisions anyhow. Don't just get angry anyhow and stop talking to her. What makes you a loving husband is when maybe your wife offended you. Maybe your queen did something you don't like. What makes you a king, what makes you a real man, is you call your wife in a loving manner, pretending you don't even know what she did. Sit her down and talk through it with her. Tell her this and this and that is what you noticed. Not with a frowned face, not in anger, but with a very smiley face, happy. I know it's very difficult. I know it's very difficult for you to be smiling when you're very annoyed. But when you call her in a loving manner and start joking with her and tell her this is what you did, that is what you did. Talk things through with her. Tell her what you want, tell her what you don't want. Your wife is going to be very appreciative of you. She's going to love you more. Rather than getting angry, rather than going to bed angry, or taking the pillow and dividing the bed and saying to her, shift, sleep on this side. Today I'm sleeping on this side. We are not talking to each other. Or some will not even talk to their wife at all. They just create a bridge on the bed. So when you talk things through with the queen of your heart, you realize that your marriage gets peaceful. You realize that your wife understands you better, you understand her better. Rather than getting angry and saying and keeping malice and not talking to each other, please talk it through with your wife, and she's going to appreciate it in the long run. She will appreciate it and she will love you better. Take it from me and subscribe to my channel. Okay? Another way to make your wife to love you more is to keep the romance burning with fire. Do not lose the romance. Never quench the fire of your romance. If you were taking her out when you were dating, you need to take her out more. Even if you have kids, there is nothing wrong with taking the kids out too. There is nothing wrong with going on that date together with the whole family. And the kids will be disturbing you, disturbing your wife, and it makes it even more fun. Take her out, give her little surprises, keep the romance, let the romance come alive again. Once in a while, take your wife out on a date. Once in a while, go out, do a shopping, a surprise shopping. Now, right now, you should know the things your wife loves and the things she doesn't love. By now, you should know things that your wife likes and what she doesn't like. Go out there, don't tell her, just surprise her a gift. Get her something that will make her very excited. This keeps her loving you and loving you better. Don't lose the romance. Increase the romance. Increase the romance. Increase it. Give her more fire in the romance area. Fire her with romance, and your wife is going to love you even better. Okay? Lastly, you have to accept her faults and respect her beliefs. You have to accept her faults and respect her beliefs. Many husbands don't respect their wives' beliefs. They don't respect the beliefs of their wife. They don't respect their wife's opinion. And they don't accept the fault of their wives. Let me tell you, women, we are the weaker vessel. And we keep doing things that will surprise you. Yes, we keep pulling up the surprises every day. And to make her love you better, you have to be ready. Prepare yourself to accept all her faults. All her faults, all her mistakes, all her shortcomings. Accept her beliefs, whatever she believes in, whatever it is that makes her happy, you have to believe that thing, you have to support her. That is why I said in the other point that you have to support her. When you believe in her, when you accept the beliefs of your queen, you will support her, you will love her, and you will accept her faults. You will accept that she's the weaker vessel and that she keeps making mistakes, and you will accept it. You will accept it, pardon her, and help her grow into the woman that you want her to be. If you want to see more of this content, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon to stay notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you very much for passing by once again. Till we meet again, is bye from Miriam's Daily Wisdom Nugget. Love you so much.